Okay, guys, whoa. Hold your horses. Take it easy before you bash that dislike button. Just hear me out. Okay, so guys, when I listen to people, and especially the obviously successful people, I tend to listen very, very well. And, you know, Bulldog Mindset, love him or hate him. I mean, he's a successful YouTuber and businessman and programmer. Now, I've been following his channel for quite a while, and he's been producing content, which many of you obviously don't like very much. But I always like to give people a chance, and I've given him a chance. I listen to his content, and my assessment is, I think he might be kind of right in certain ways because if you do listen to him, he says it's not the whole of MGTOW that is kind of, to use I don't want to use an SJW term, but kind of toxic, what he says is only a small proportion, but it's very vocal. And in that regard, I have to agree with him because, guys, my position is I don't believe every woman on the planet is some kind of monster. Let's just make that clear. I don't believe that, and the guys that do believe that, there's I'll be blunt about it. There's something wrong with you guys that think that. Get help, please, because that's just not true. Yes, at the moment in the West, it's horrible. It's a disaster. Women are a fucking disaster. I'll probably have to bleep that out, but let me just say that. And but in other regards, with Western women, to say every woman's terrible and is a monster is just wrong. I don't know these guys. I don't know if they've had mothers. I don't know if they were born in some kind of artificial womb or something. But women obviously gave birth to them. So not every woman is a monster unless they think their mothers are. Maybe some of them had bad mothers, but it's just not true. And to continue with that train of thought, the way women are at the moment in the West is relatively new because obviously we've got the horrors of feminism since the 60s. But before then, women were pretty normal. And I don't know if I'm going to shock a lot of you guys, but guys, women are women and always have been. So if you think women are some kind of monsters or terrible, then you've got kind of biology to blame for that, I guess, because that shit's been going on for millions of years. So, since humans are first sort of been human, okay, a few 100,000 years. So, guys, I do see where he's coming from that point of view. And I do think he's right about it because, my philosophy for this channel is for men to empower themselves. And my kind of take on it is to, get up off your fat backsides, your fat asses, and, do something about it. Change your environment. And my solution is travel. This is a travel channel for men, and I want to help men, and I believe John from the BullDog Mindset, he wants to help men as well. His style is kind of more confrontational, so obviously there's a lot of you guys you don't like that, or have taken it the wrong way. Yeah, I can see why you would get a lot of you guys backs up, because it is kind of confrontational, in your face. He doesn't hold his punches. When it comes to insulting a lot of you, but it is what it is. He's I take my hat off to him. I admire the guy. He's successful. Now, like I said, I do actually admire this guy, John from BullDog Mindset, because he wants to help you guys, and yes, he is right. You know, not all women are terrible. Um, and my point of view is, you know, women from overseas, foreign women, they still have that kind of original kind of unspoiled nature, unlike what Western women have become. So that's my personal and solution I put out to you guys is, you know, get on an airplane, travel a bit, see what you're missing out on. Because you guys that haven't left the matrix and are still in that little bubble, well, you know, you guys, you know, you you don't know what you're missing out on. So, guys, I think the main gist of what John from BullDog Mindset is getting at is the section of MGTOW that are kind of very, very, I would say lazy and kind of stubborn, you know, because there's a lot of you MGTOW guys that want to do something about your situations, you know. You don't want to be living in this miserable situation in the West, you know, having to pay, you know, child support and being divorced, RAPED. You don't want that, and I agree that's terrible. And I think that's most of MGTOW, you know. And in that respects, I would put myself in that category. I'm certainly not the type of MGTOW that is, you know, just online, kind of has given up and withdrawn, almost like recluse-like. I'm certainly not that type of MGTOW. And I do think that is a problem because, you know, guys that have kind of given up and, you know, yeah, they just take their frustration out, which is a kind of hopeless situation for them. I can understand that. So they're saying all women are terrible, all women are nasty, which isn't true, you know. And I think what John's trying to say is, you know, open your eyes, guys, and stop blaming other people for your situations, you know. There's opportunities out there, there's solutions, and one of my solutions is to travel. You know, to open your eyes, and you know, you'll if you open your eyes to how things are outside your countries in the West, like I did. So you know, I'm not pulling this out my ass, guys. I've done this. You know, I used to be the blue pill type of guy. You know, absolutely clueless. You know, on dates, I'm paying for everything. Yeah, I was once many years ago that type of guy. But you know, I've changed, I've transformed, which is possible. And but if I had the kind of mindset where I'd given up and all I'm doing is spewing, you know, bullshit, you know, all the time and just saying it's all hopeless and women are terrible, then I wouldn't have changed, you know, I wouldn't have changed in the person I am today, you know. Where my eyes are open and you know I've seen other possibilities and you know I'm going to capitalize on those. You know, I don't think he is coming from a bad place. You know, he's not a feminist at all. You know, he's not one of the enemy. He's not at all. He's just he's actually trying to help a lot of you guys, you know, who he wants to help men. If you look at his channel, he wants to help men, and you know, he's got the best interests for you in his heart. You know, that's what I've got from his channel anyway. From watching a few of his videos, but you know, guys, I do understand the internet. It's just the nature of the internet. It's very tribal. You know, I'm gonna get a hell of a lot of dislikes for this, but you know, for me, the truth comes first. That's what it's all about. So I don't really, you know, if you downvote my video, whatever, you know. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my little musings about the situation with BullDog Mindset and what's going on, you know. And guys, I hope it wasn't too boring for you. But you know, I do like making these types of videos. I think it helps a lot of you guys, even though I'm enjoying the dislike ratio to like ratio very much. But guys, like I always say, like it, dislike it, it's all good with me. That's what YouTube's about, right? I'm never going to switch off my comments. I'm not the mainstream media. So guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to see you guys later. Signing out.